No more excuses, no more shortcuts. If you want to get better at tennis, I'm sorry if I'm the first one to tell you this, but you're going to have to work harder. And I'm sorry if that's really bad news or, hey, listen, I understand the culture around tennis videos on the internet. Everybody wants to tell you they have some kind of secret drill, some kind of secret tip, some kind of secret exercise that's going to, with little to no effort, make you a better player. And honestly, sometimes those breakthroughs do happen on a case-by-case basis. But in general, being a better tennis player means you're going to have to be a better athlete. And being a better athlete is more work than being a worse athlete. It's going to mean more energy expended. And there's just no way around that. Now, there's ways to make our bodies more efficient in the way we move with our footwork and our strokes and everything else. And that can make things easier. But the bottom line is the energy output's going to have to be higher if you want to cover more courts, if you want to hit the ball harder, if you want to hit the ball with more spin, if you want to be in more places at once, track down the ball, cover more shots from your opponents. These things all take more energy. They all take more work. My previous upload on this channel was called Tennis is Hard, and I got kind of a hilarious response given the topic. I was talking about how I was reflecting on the challenges of everyday tennis players and also professional tennis players from my trip to the BNP Paribas Open. And here's a comment. I blurred out the name and the avatar. And this is just to be really clear. I'm not trying to shame this person. I'm not trying to make this person feel bad. In fact, I'm genuinely grateful for this comment because I know after more than 20 years of coaching tennis that this attitude is incredibly prevalent among everyday tennis players. So thank you to this person for making this comment because we have to have this conversation. Sorry about that. Let's check out the comment. I don't mean to be flippant, but has it occurred to you? Yes, every day, dear viewer, every day it occurs to me that it takes extra energy to split step before every opponent's stroke. And many of us older players only have a certain amount of energy to expend in a 2-hour match. Lucky you, you are still young and in shape. Well, it's all relative, right? There's a lot of players much, much younger and in much better shape than me. But and by the way, age is I'll circle back around to this. I'm kind of getting off track here. Unfortunately, Father Time has caught up with some of us. It's all of us. I wish I could be hopping around on each stroke to accomplish this tennis fundamental. So again, genuinely, thank you for being honest and leaving this comment. It's a critical conversation that we need to have. Yes, it is extra energy. And this is a conversation that we have head on with my students. And one of the students in the 2-day doubles strategy camp I just did in Indian Wells was 76 years old. And I want to show you a before and after. My camps are 6 hours on the courts per day, 2 days in a row. It's mid-80s out there in the sun. And the player that you're about to see initially looked like this. This is normal. This is the 76-year-old right here. And it's hilarious. I've been telling people this for years and years and years. The first thing I do when I start a strategy camp or clinic, singles or doubles, is I have players warm up. We do dynamic stretching. We do some short court. We do some baseline rallying. And then I walk around with the iPad and record everybody during their open rallying and see how their habits are. And specifically, I want to see if they split step or not. And this is what the vast majority of tennis players look like. Watch the player on our side of the court. And watch how he's super passive. Watch how he's waiting for the ball to get hit and then moving towards the ball. It looks like, it makes me feel like yawning. And this is normal. And so this does not require as much athleticism. It does not require as much energy as somebody who has better habits. There's no question about it. So first of all, let me say out loud, if you're happy playing the game of tennis, if you find enjoyment, if you find fulfillment, putting out this amount of energy, this amount of athleticism, this amount of intentionality about trying to better yourself, then I'm truly happy for you. I just want you to be happy. And if you're happy with your level and you're happy with your energy output, then that's fantastic. And all I want is for you to reach your goals on the courts. On the other hand, if you are frustrated angry, if you've gone years without any improvement, then you cannot be upset and you can't make excuses when somebody tells you you're going to have to work harder in order to get better results. In general, in life, that's how things work. If you want to be better with your relationships, if you want to be better in your career, if you want to be better with your health, if you want to be better with your fitness, if you want to be better with your tennis, it's going to take some work. And if your current results are average, meaning basically the same as everybody else around you, in any of those arenas, you're going to have to try harder than everybody else. I'm sorry if that's news to you, and I'm sorry if that's disappointing. If you are fully satisfied, then keep doing exactly what you're doing. But I can't imagine you're satisfied if you're watching me. Like, why are we having this argument? Okay, so 20 minutes later, here's the same 76-year-old player. We did our drills together, and by the way, I'm getting ready to release on the Essential Tennis channel a lesson around exactly this. Watch this player now. Again, 76 years old. Look at the difference here in activity, and just to be clear, we're just focusing on one thing here. There's a lot of other improvements, a lot of other upgrades we can make here, okay? Keep narrow focus here. Watch the difference and how now this player is lifting and unweighting himself before the ball gets hit on the other side. So that means he's anticipating. It means he's activating his body and his momentum. How much more active, how much more engaged does this player look? And even better, this is unbelievable. We haven't even had this conversation yet. Watch this player lift and then seamlessly pivot. This is a 76-year-old, everybody. In the lesson I'm going to upload on the Essential Tennis channel, I think later this week, we're going to talk about how this is how professional players are so smooth and so athletic, and they cover so much court. And look at the timing here. This is just incredible case, and I hope this inspires so many of you out there. Watch how now this player is lifting before he knows where the ball is going. The ball's been hit, but it takes the brain and the eyes about a third of a second to read the direction. So look, he's already bent down. He's already lifted up. He doesn't know where the ball is yet. Right about now, he's like, okay, it's coming to my forehand. By the way, unbelievable altitude here from this 76-year-old. He's reading the direction of the ball, then seamlessly coming down and flowing in the direction of the ball. This is more athletic. This is higher quality. This is more anticipatory. This is higher energy. And does this take more work? Yes. Being better at a hard game like tennis requires more work. And yes, man, I don't know. The comedy, just the pure comedy to me, I don't know. I have kind of a weird sense of humor, but to me, the pure comedy that this comment was left below a video titled "Tennis is Hard," and then this person wants to know, has it ever occurred to me? This is what I do every day. And like I said before, occasionally there are breakthroughs that happen. When somebody's efficiency goes up, they get more output with less input. That happens. So just to say that out loud, it's not impossible for that to happen. But that's not going to happen across your whole game, and your whole level is not going to elevate without putting in some extra energy, some extra effort. I'm going to stop there before I really kind of go off on some tangents. But I hope this real-world example, by the way, this 76-year-old did this 6 hours, 2 days in a row. So I don't want to hear any excuses. If you're 96, guess what? We can modify this. We don't have to jump up off the court every time. As long as we get to a good athletic position, as long as we lift our heels off the court, as long as we have some bend in our knees, we don't have to necessarily jump and get like a lot of height. I don't care what your age is. We can become more athletic, more engaged, better movers of our bodies, better swingers of the racket, and it takes more work if you want to be better at this very, very wide and deep game. Hopefully something here is helpful for you today. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. I'll talk to you again soon.